We ready. We ready. We ready for you. Oh! Episode, what is it?
63.
63. What's going on, man?
What's poppin'?
Let me hear something. Y'all gotta let me hear something. As y'all can see, we got that black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh, I do.
There he is!
Always.
Clark Kent over here.
There he is. He
Yeah.
just changed out.
Yeah.
It's a super. Hey, wait. There's no pun intended. The man of steel is in the building. What's going on with you, baby?
You know, we're doing good, man.
What's up?
Steve was rocking hard.
Let me hear
That was a
something.
crazy game to watch, but
Let
it
me
was
hear something.
some good shit, though.
Did anybody watch last night?
I
did.
was watching a little bit while I was working. That was
Jameis Winston. 4 tutties.
almost 500 yards. He was like 3
What
yards
is
over.
going? But they're
but
losing
three
games.
interceptions.
Two pick sixes.
But
Yeah.
they're losing
Two pick
games.
sixes.
Burrow, the same thing.
Oh,
They're doing
don't
numbers.
get
Yeah.
me started on Burrow. That's a travesty.
They're doing numbers, but they're just on the opposite side of winning the game. Yo. Sheesh.
I think Joe Burrow is being absolutely wasted on the Bengals. That absolute dude.
Are you
Look-
serious?
Look what he's doing. That talent is being wasted.
You think
And-
it's being wasted, or that division's a beast?
Yeah, but the division's a beast, but still, like Mike Tomlin navigates it every single year with worse quarterback play, worse quarterback play, except for this year. Because now we got Russ, because they're letting Russ cook.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna get into it. What's going on, P? Let
Not
me
much,
hear
not
something.
much.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm cool.
Sorry about last week.
Yeah, your communication problem.
I know. I was talking to my therapist, and my communication skills are lacking.
Yeah.
I can't assume. Let me sweeten up this mic. I can't assume, but what's going on?
I was
with you,
sitting
man?
at home on the couch and all of a sudden on YouTube and pops up, "Comeback Kings." I didn't even get a call.
How's work, man?
Work's busy.
How you
Lot.
feeling? I heard you made a comment today, but last night you had to layer up a little bit.
Oh, this call I'm not ready for it yet.
Are we talking about this? We're overdue, though. You don't think we're overdue?
It's been pretty mild.
No pun intended. We've been chilling. And I don't mean chilling as in chilling, but we've been chilling. It was warm for a grip, and now Mother Nature's like,
Yeah, but you'll get the runs and it'll get easier again. Then I
You
think
think
we
so?
just have to get used to it. It's one of those things. It's like in the springtime, right? You get a 60-degree day in the springtime,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, it's hot. But
Yeah.
later on, and once in the summer, it's 90, and you're dealing with it. It's the same thing. By January, we'll be used to it.
you think so?
Yeah.
I never get used to it.
by-
I'll be honest.
Oh, but by January, when it's like this, it'll be warm in January. If it's like 32 in January,
Yeah.
that'll be.
What
I'll
do
be
we
thankful
get?
for that.
What do we get in January? Teens? Are we in the teens in January usually?
Sometimes. The worst thing about the job is I start off in the daytime, and it only gets colder as the day
At
goes
night,
on.
yeah.
When I used to work before, when I were early in the morning, at least it would warm up as I was going along.
Yeah. All right.
But no,
Go ahead.
we're episode 63.
Do your dance.
I
Where
think
we at?
we're doing Gene Upshaw.
Is that the guy?
There's not too many.
Where did he play? You know where he played?
The Raiders.
Was he a Raider?
Ooh, I think so.
Upshaw. He was there with Art Shell or Snell, whatever his name was.
And he was the Union president.
Yo,
Upshaw
the
for a while.
Raiders back in the day. That was back when they had like Lester Hayes, Kenny King. Their defense was crazy. That's the dude that put out Stingley, right? Who's the dude that put out Dow Stingley? He like paralyzed them. Oh, Jack Tatum. And they asked him years later, and they were like, "Do you ever have remorse?" Because he paralyzed the guy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on like 30 or something.
And he basically was like, he shouldn't have been playing the sport. Like he's basically saying, yo.
Yeah.
He never I don't know if he apologized to him or whatever. But he stood on like, yo, this is the sport that you're in.
Well, you didn't have the social media pressure to apologize to back then.
Yeah,
you know.
but he
Different generation.
It's a different time.
But he came from an angle like, I'm glad I did it.
well,
that's how I felt.
That was a different time.
Yeah, Tatum. So Upshaw's the guy.
Upshaw's the guy this week.
63. What we getting into? It's on you today,
Well, where
baby.
are we?
We are at our spot, 562
Newport
Newport
Ave.
Avenue. We from headquarters. This is headquarters for me now. Headquarters. They let me in. They let me do my thing. And you know what it is. What else? What else you got, P?
You want to talk about the specials?
You know the
Ooh, I wanna hear
specials.
the specials.
We got
Football
wings.
specials?
Go ahead, do your dance.
You should know it by now. Tell me how much are the wings? 75 cents.
75 cents. Minimum of 10.
Yep.
11 different flavors. Go ahead. What
There
else
you
got?
go. We got $7 pot stickers.
Pot stickers.
Soft pretzel sticks.
Pretzels.
Spinach dip, tater kegs, all $7.
We got it all.
You like nachos?
But I like nachos.
$8.
Ooh.
Ooh, you're not beating that.
Empanadas, 10.
Ooh, I love it.
I had the empanadas the other day. Delicious.
And I know they got the
Delicious.
beer on a special too. So
There we go.
come on down, check them out on the
How many
Facebook,
TVs?
check them out on their
1, 2,
website.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 TVs.
Got a lot of
if I'm
screens.
guessing.
And you're not far from any of them, no matter where you're sitting here.
And if you're having like, even if you're having I know this might be last minute. If you're having like a holiday party or holiday gathering,
Yeah.
hit them up. Hit them up online. Hit them up. The phone number. I might have to put that in the link below or something in the comments or something.
If you're extra special, you may get DJ Lex to play at your holiday party.
Ooh.
This DJ. What we talking about though, baby? What we talking about?
We got a lot.
What we talking
Everything's
about?
on tap today.
All right, go ahead.
You want to take a break before, and then we'll come back.
All right, it's on
It's
you.
up to you, baby.
It's not up to me. You're the guy. You're the guy.
Apparently, I'm not because I wasn't invited last week. But
Episode
that
6.
hurts.
All right, let me back up. I'm getting
All right.
ahead of myself.
all right,
I hate doing this because I get too excited and then I start stumbling. What's up with you, man? Let
what's
me
up
hear
with me?
something. That was my fault.
I've been in the middle of a nice long vacation, man. Nice 9 days off of work. It's been beautiful.
How'd you manage that?
I mean, I got the 3 on, 3 off. So if you win 3 days on vacation, you got the 3 days off before, 3 days off after.
So
it's
how did you
9 days
rope
off.
that into your? Was it before Thanksgiving too, or was it
I
after
was-
Thanksgiving?
after-
You got the 9
after-
days.
After Thanksgiving, I got the 3 days. But then, like I said, those are my 3 on days that I won.
Boom.
And then I got the 3 days that I'm actually off right now.
Okay.
Like I
Boom.
said, you got the 3 off before, 3 off after, and you win the 3
So
days
yeah,
off.
chilling.
Dude.
Chilling.
It's kind of sucks going back on Thursday, but that's all right.
Did you do anything, or you just laid low?
Kind of laid low. You know, it was Thanksgiving time, so I spent time with family, ate a lot of food.
How's the fam? How's everybody?
Fam's good, man. Fam's
It's
real
all
good.
love.
It's all love.
Let
baby.
everybody know it's all love.
Everyone's in a great mood since that wedding, bro. You know.
Okay. That's what I needed to do. If something didn't feel right before we went to break, I had to talk to my man, let him know. Even though I introduced him right off rip. This is about, you know what's ill? It could be about me, but it's about his squad too. They're like, ooh,
what about my squad?
it ain't about them. Episode 63, Gene Upshaw. I don't know. He's
Like-
the head of what? What is he? He's the
Head of the union. He was the
head of
I'm
the
not sure if he
union.
still
He
is.
might still be. I don't know if he is.
Like, share, subscribe, comment.
What he said.
We're back, baby. Episode 63.
Yes.
We're gonna be doing some. Let's talk baseball.
Uh-oh.
MLB. Juan Soto contract. As I've been seeing numbers getting thrown out like crazy, absolute crazy. What is it? Where is it? 14 years, 630 mil is being thrown out right now, saying that may be what the Yankees sign him for. The Red Sox are in ridiculous numbers. I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe that?
Because they've been really cheap the last few years. They've been middle of the pack.
And they
I
don't
think-
wanna pay.
I think they want to throw the number out.
Just to mess
and
with you.
And their number one, drive the price up for the Yankees. And number two,
Boom.
they're going to be praying to God he doesn't take that contract off.
But that's
So here's-
that's a good strategy.
it looks good to their
So here's
paid
a
people.
question I
Go
have,
ahead, do your
basically, 'cause
dance.
I know because there's no cap limit in baseball, right?
No.
So what
Yeah.
is driving the price up do?
It just gives them the Yankees less money to spend, and they got to spend more money.
I guess so.
There's salary cap levels too, and luxury taxes they have to pay.
They're
Okay.
printing it though. They're printing the money.
Well, the Red Sox are too, but they're just too cheap the last few years to do anything.
Is that a tactic though? What you think the Red Sox are doing?
Yeah, they used to do that back in the day in the '90s. They used to do things
Do you
like
respect that or you don't respect that?
It doesn't really matter to me. I just think it's funny because I don't think they want.
They really want a
don't-
shot at the guy.
They want to make it look good to their fans. They want to say, "Listen, we
Oh,
offer them a big contract."
we're putting forth our best effort to get guys.
Yeah.
We're trying to bring this guy
And
in.
we're just getting beat out
But
every
look,
time.
the Yankees just put way too much money up. We couldn't help it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of weak. It's
But-
kind of rap.
Some
but-
underhanded Bostonian techniques.
Yeah.
I don't care so much about the money as the years. I don't want a 14-year contract for a guy. He's 20,
How old is he?
26. He's gonna be 40 by the time he's done. You do the same thing with A-Rod. All these guys, they get into their late years, and they're not worth anywhere near the money they're getting.
This is what it is.
I'd rather give them less years and a little bit more money
Yeah.
while they're productive than be paying them for when they're not productive.
This is what it is, though. There's nothing.
Oh, you got
these-
to.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm fine with them not signing them and signing 3 other high-end contracts.
They're not gonna do that. They're gonna sign this guy. You know they are gonna sign this
Well,
guy.
see about the Mets, because the Mets always throw ridiculous money around.
I don't think the
And
Mets
that-
are gonna be
that's
doing
got them
anything
nowhere.
anytime soon because they did all that last year, throwing that money around, and what happened? What happened?
And then the Dodgers with their defer contracts.
don't know.
They're ridiculous.
Dodgers, that's crazy.
Baseball's a freight train.
I mean, the Yankees were bad back in the day. The Dodgers, especially the Dodgers, are ridiculous the way they're signing all these players and deferring the money. And
Here's what I'm gonna ask you. Is this just me out in the cosmos somewhere?
yeah,
You know how you taught me how they have like the shared revenue,
yeah.
right? I want to ask you a question. If they didn't have the shared revenue, how many teams do you think would actually be in the MLB right now? If you really,
Half the teams could be going.
probably not even.
Yeah.
It would be like the top what? It would be crazy.
Yeah. No, you'd lose half the teams.
That is crazy.
Florida wouldn't have a team.
No. Tampa,
no
I don't think
way.
Tampa would. Florida, you're saying so
The
Florida,
whole state,
the whole
Marlins,
state.
So it'd be
Marlins.
Marlins, Tampa. Wow, that is crazy. So they're just basically keeping it. All right. What else you got on baseball? Anything?
That's it. I just wanted to talk contracts.
You wanted
Like I
to throw
said,
that out.
I just don't. I hate it when like these guys get these contracts that long. I don't mind the money so much. It's the length of the deals.
It's the only sport where you see deals that long.
Yeah. I remember hockey. They tried doing that to spread the money out a while back, and they had to put limits on that. So it's just frustrating.
How did baseball? I don't know. How did they ever get here with this?
I mean, I can see where they're coming from because baseball, your shelf life's a lot longer. The wear and tear on your body. Certain,
yeah,
certain,
'cause you're
certain
not-
positions.
yeah, you're not really-
Pitchers, not pitchers, obviously. Pitchers,
Yeah.
pitchers, their arms are shattered within like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
But other positions, you can
You're
play.
basically
can
you're
play.
basically chilling.
Yeah.
It's not like basketball or football. You're out there. You're like,
Hockey too.
The first
Yeah.
team that did it, I think, to this degree, the Mets are still paying Barry Bonds. Not Barry Bonds. Actually, Bobby
Bobby
Bonilla.
Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla. Sorry, Bobby Bo.
Bobby. They
They're
have
still
they
paying
have
him.
a day, right? It's called Bobby Bonilla Day.
Day,
They gotta
yeah.
shell him out like a couple mil or something.
That's crazy.
I'm looking at some of the other contracts though, and Mike Trout, when he was 27, signed a 12-year deal. So it's like that 39-year-old. But none of these guys play that long.
Nope.
Mookie signed a 12-year deal when he was 28.
Mookie.
Judge is going to be 39 by the end of his contract. So it's that Manny Machado was 30 when he signed an 11-year deal.
It's just money to burn.
So yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, it's not a great future investment, but
But whatever. They're still making money somehow. Because fans like you and me, well, I'm not really a crazy fan, but
no, we know.
you buy the Yankee stuff though, right?
Yeah,
Hats, shirt, jerseys.
not jerseys, but hats.
When's the
and
last time
shirts.
you went to a game?
It's been years.
Yeah. Because New York, you got to go there, probably find a place to stay,
No, you can go in for the day. Me and Paul used to do it all
go
the
in
time.
for the day,
We went for playoff games.
and turn around and come back.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Going in's easy. Getting out
It's a beast.
is when everybody's leaving.
Yeah.
That's a beast. Now you're talking hours. But you go right down off the Deegan Expressway, right into a parking lot. It's not bad
Yeah.
because everybody's flowing in slowly. But when everybody leaves at the end of the night,
Is it like Madison Square? Because I know the train, Madison. If I could be mistaken, that train goes.
Yeah,
it's like
we've
how
done
TD
that.
Garden is too. You go, it almost pretty much drops you off right there.
so you're right in the neighborhood.
So you're
yeah.
like in walking distance.
Yeah, because we've done that too. We stayed,
all
we
day.
stayed overnight and then took the
That's all day then.
subway in.
Well,
Yeah.
they're making money.
But that's the other thing, though. That gets a little shady. Now, this is years ago when we did it, but it did get shady at night.
You gotta know where you're going.
We got one of the late trains, and we got to go in the wrong direction.
You better know where
by
you're
the-
going,
By
Jack.
the time we came back, it was a little shady.
And they're probably smelling on you too. They're like, these guys are not from here.
I
Can't say
remember,
from here.
there was a couple. There was a cat from New York there. We started talking. It was me and my boy.
Yeah.
And there was a cat from New York, and there was a couple from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
A guy and a woman. And we were all just bullshitting on the train. And then they were staying in Manhattan. They were staying near the garden like
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
were. And they get off the train. They're like, all right, take it easy. We're going to stop. And then the kid looks at us. And he's like, yeah, well, didn't they stay with us? They were staying near the garden? He's like, they just got off in Harlem. I'm like, we ain't going to see them again.
What else you got, baby? I know my voice is cracking.
Talk about NBA.
What up? They got that
Celtics,
tournament
Cavaliers-
going on, right?
Oh, yeah, tournament. Celtics played Cavaliers the other night.
Yeah.
They lost at the end, but they also didn't have full complement. Brown wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Brown was back last night, led the team to another win. But the Cleveland Cavaliers aren't folding yet. You were talking all sorts of
They're
shit.
gonna fold, kids.
18-3, best record in the league.
I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. Wait, if Boston's healthy going into the playoffs, watch.
Playoffs.
Not Porzingis is back.
Watch. You watch. This what. You know what it
This is what
is.
he's talking
You
about.
know what it is. And you're the champs. They gotta come take that from
Yeah.
them.
The
Are
Celtics-
you? Cleveland's gonna take that from Boston in a 7-gamer, in a 7-ski?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No way. No way. I don't care if Cleveland has home court. Here's what I'm gonna say. And it looks like these two teams are destined to. It's gonna be a freight train. They're gonna run into each other. I'm gonna go on record and say Boston. They're gonna beat them 5-1 or even a sweep.
Oof.
You heard it here first.
Wow. That's a hot take.
We got it recorded. I'm saying it right here. Episode Gene Upshaw episode. I'm saying it right now. Watch.
All right.
You are. They're gonna get out of here. Get out of
We're
here.
going to have to roll the tape back later on.
Whoever comes out of the West, that's who they're gonna have a problem with.
Yeah, because I think they got what 4
That's
losses.
who
They
they're
got
gonna
4
have
losses.
to deal with. Whoever that is that comes out of there, the East, they're gonna do work. I think.
So who's the problem for them? The Thunder, the Rockets?
I
know
I'm gonna
the
be
Warriors
honest,
are a
I
problem
haven't
for
really
'em.
paid attention.
The Warriors are always a problem for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna side with you on that. I feel like they need the Warriors to get eliminated because for some reason that's their kryptonite. For some reason, and we're going back years of them being their kryptonite. You know what I mean? I thought they were over that hump, but for some reason,
No.
Steph Curry lights them up.
And, well, that's also regular season, too. Maybe it'll
We'll
be
see.
different 7-game series in the
We'll
playoffs.
see.
you know what's crazy? 3 they lost. Like they have only lost to one team in the West so far.
Who?
That's the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. Yeah, that's their kryptonite. But we'll see. What else you got, baby?
We'll briefly touch on the Bruins in the NHL.
How they doing?
They are a 500 team, basically.
So
They got rid of their coach.
I seen that 2 weeks ago, a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. I looked up, I glanced up, and I'm like, yeah, they didn't even wait.
No, it's hockey's like that. They'll do that.
They
It's
didn't
cutthroat.
wait. They didn't even wait. I'm like, let it. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was the same coach for the last 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
right? When they were ripping it up.
Yeah.
They didn't let him right the ship. Give him a little bit more rope.
I think he was there 3 years.
Mm.
So
All
yeah,
right.
he was. They were first place. They were a great team, but it didn't make a difference. That didn't shake anything up. They're basically still about 500,
And they cooked him.
and they bounced them out.
Hey,
That's rough.
people are getting fired all over the place, man. I always have a problem. This is me being soft. People getting fired before the holidays. It's the most wonderful time.
Hey, I think these millionaire coaches
Yeah.
will be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you still.
No, that's rough. That's
Poor
rough.
Johnny's not going
That's
to get
rough.
a PlayStation for Christmas.
No, but getting fired is
No, it
getting
is.
fired,
No.
man. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but it is when it's
No,
not.
Johnny's not getting his souped up extra controller for Christmas. That's all. He's already got the PlayStation. His daddy already made the money.
Getting fired is getting
No,
fired.
when you get guaranteed money, I don't feel bad for. And when you get fired and you don't have money coming in, that's one thing. But when you're still getting paid on your contract,
Yeah, when you have a contract job, that's a different story, man.
Yeah, all right. I'm just saying, getting fired is getting fired, baby. You know
I'm
what I
trying to
mean?
think of what team it was. They had was it the Raiders or someone at one point were paying like 3 coaches at one
The
point.
Raiders. I mean, they gave who they gave it to? What's his name? The freaking.
He tried to sue them too. Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden.
Gruden
yeah,
tried to
Gruden
sue
again,
them.
that 10-year, $100 million deal.
He tried to sue them for like some kind of I think it was defamation
of
or something
yeah.
like that.
They put out his racist tweets.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So how is that defamation? We have your actual tweets that you said this.
You're defaming your character. Defamation characters for like slander. No, that's not slander, man. You put it out there.
You put it out there. He was upset because they got hold of it and used it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Drake Kendrick thing that's going on right now. But that's another topic for another day.
But you'd know if they didn't put him out in the public, he would be denying it.
yeah. Okay.
So they had to put it out in the
I
public.
rock with that. That's another thing, like you're saying, because of social media now. Like years ago, he probably could have snuffed that and
Oh yeah. 10 years ago, that probably would have been
yeah.
fine.
So
no one
now
knows. Yeah.
you're just on. Everything's on Front Street. You can't do nothing.
Nope.
Dude, I remember. I made my Facebook when I was like 13, 14 years old. That
Yeah.
stuff's still out there.
Yeah.
That's 14, 15 years ago.
It's just sprinkled out there.
You ever scroll through your timeline and your memories come up and you just cringe like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking with that shirt on?
That holiday I went in blackface, man. I regret that.
Oh my god.
That Halloween, man, that was
That's what they're gonna
bad
do.
decision.
If we ever blow up with the podcast, they're gonna go back and be like, "We remember when you guys did this." He was talking reckless.
He said black.
What else, P?
We have a new #1 in college football. The Mighty Ducks.
Whack whack.
They're not the new #1. They've been number
Well,
one for
They've
the
been on
last.
for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, they've been #1 for a
12
while.
and 0.
I'm gonna say this again. It's theirs to lose in my eyes, cause Ohio State got beat. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
How do
And
you lose to Michigan?
this year of all years? Like
Yeah.
it's not good this year. Well, I mean, again, that's one of those games. Like it's just like Eagles, Cowboys, Steelers, Ravens. It's one of those.
It
games,
could go either way.
Yeah, Michigan, Ohio State. Like even when both teams are like the talent gaps, like the way it is
Yeah.
like this year, that's a whole different game.
Ohio State paid for that too. They dropped 5 spots.
I think Miami got beat too.
Miami
they got
beat.
upset by
They
somebody.
dropped 6 spots on the 14. Those
Yeah.
2 losses, those are the 2 biggest, right? Biggest upsets.
So
last week.
does anybody know, is the actual games, the playoff games start what, the 21st of this month? I think this starts this month. Yeah, so that's going to be tough to see what's going on here, baby. I can't, it's going to be crazy.
That South Carolina game was pretty crazy.
Who they play?
South Carolina, they
Play Clemson,
they upset
don't they?
Clemson. They upset
And they
Clemson.
upset Clemson.
Yep. What do you guys think of all the brawls over the flag planting this weekend?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's part of the game.
Yeah.
The brawls aren't. The flag planting is. That's rivalry
So
stuff.
what happened? What happened? Was it fans?
It was the players.
Players.
Players were brawling.
Because I saw something with fans too, but go ahead.
The Ohio State Michigan one got bad.
Yeah.
Like, the troopers had to start pepper spraying people.
Yeah.
Like players.
Yeah.
Like, it got bad.
Yo.
So it's like, dude, like, and
They didn't break out the tasers, but the pepper spray came out.
Yeah, they don't unleash the hounds, but they let the pepper
Here's what
spray
I'm gonna
go.
say. This is crazy off to the left. I'd rather you tase me than spray me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
that
100%.
stuff is lethal.
Dude, I can attest personally.
Yo,
I've
you're-
had
to go through that, right?
I had to go through that stuff,
You're
man. Yeah.
feeling that like it'll be a couple days going by. You're like, why am I eyes still itching? That
Itching,
stuff is crazy.
not itching, bro. Why your shit burning?
Burning, you're
Like, it
tearing
feels
up.
like it feels like your face is melting off.
Tase me. Let me go into some kind of maybe even a cardiac arrest and come back to life, and then I'm good. I can walk off. You spray me with that stuff.
Coop, I'd rather get tased every morning than get sprayed like once a month.
That stuff is lethal. It's lethal. But anyway, so Oregon's number 1. You got the rankings in front of you?
Yeah.
Oregon's number 1.
Texas is number 2.
Texas 2.
Penn State
Penn
3.
State.
3.
Notre Dame moved up 1.
Because they
number
smacked
4.
up. Who they smacked up? USC?
Yeah, that was, what was it, like 2 99-yard returns or something
Yeah, they
like
smacked
that? It
them
was-
up. That game was over. Notre Dame was beating the brakes off of them, I feel.
But in the fourth quarter, I think there was 2 returns, and it was like at least one was 99 yards. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Coming out of the end zone. Number 5 is Georgia. Those are your top 5.
A fall from grace.
Bama
for
is
Georgia.
back into the top 12
Yeah.
on the AP poll.
Because they beat Auburn. Was Auburn even ranked? I don't even know. I don't think they were.
I don't think they were ranked this year.
It's going to be interesting to see this go down because I feel with 12 teams, you definitely have some. There's going to be an upset in
Oh,
there.
there's gonna be some. I
gonna
think
be
this.
some
I think this
upsets.
12-team thing is great for the sport.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's great
dope.
for it. They've needed this since this should have been what the college football playoff should have been from the start.
There you go. There you go. What else you got, P?
That's it for me right now.
We're going to take a slide to the glide. And when we come back, Austin's going to kick it off because I know he got some verbiage.
I got some things
Black
to
and
say.
yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. 63?
63.
63. Gene Upshaw.
Gene Upshaw.
Yeah. You know what it is. Black and yellow, baby.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Steelers pull off a crazy, crazy win over the Bengals. A high-scoring game in the league this year so far. 80-something points right that game. 44-38.
Yeah.
Exactly what they needed, I think, from an offensive standpoint. Defense, it was a little, they're giving up too many points there. But from an offense standpoint, that's all you want. That's what you wanted to see when they put Russ in.
You like the Russ thing.
I like the Russ thing. I think last time I was on here, I was talking because at that time I think Fields was still in,
Yeah.
and Russ was getting healthy, and I was saying, no, keep the kid in. He's playing good. I'll eat crow right there. Tomlin made a great decision doing that
Yeah.
because Russell's playing. They're letting him cook, dude.
Offense is much more capable with him.
You
Oh,
like
it's-
that? Is that the Pickens? Is that who he keeps blessing?
That moon ball to Pickens is deadly because that's not a 50-50 ball with Pickens. With Pickens, that's like a 80-20
Yeah,
ball.
you know he's coming down with that.
Yeah. Pickens got
Money in the bank.
Pickens got to calm down with the antics after the play, but that's a whole
Okay,
different.
it's
Yeah.
costing you some penalties.
It's costing you some yards, man.
Yes,
I know Tomlin wasn't happy.
but
no. He's
as a
going straight up.
lifelong Steelers fan, how do you feel?
I feel good. I would say I'm not even gonna put him in a dark horse category because I feel like that dark horse moniker is reserved for like wild cards.
Yeah, they're not.
I think they're right underneath Bills and KC. Wow. I think they're right there. I think they're
Is that how you feel?
I think they're with I think
That's
they're-
how you're coming right now.
They got a puncher's chance against those teams. More so against Kansas
Really?
City. I'm way more scared of the Bills. The Bills
They look different.
Bills
they
look different. Josh Allen is playing like an MVP, but I'm not scared of KC this year because, dude, they're just
They're not KC?
They look fraudulent.
I can't rock with you on that.
They
But-
look fraudulent,
but
dude.
I am
Look at their
rocking
last
with,
2 games,
I am
bro.
rocking with how
The
you
whole season-
feel.
Look at the whole season.
I am rocking with how you feel about your squad. Wow, they can be
Steelers-
anybody.
the
They
Steelers
can
are
be
su-
any AFC.
To me, they were suspect at the beginning of the year because they were just winning those ugly Steeler games. Field
You know
goals.
you have to deal with us.
Oh, I know. Oh, that's gonna be a rocker.
You got to deal with us either this week. Is it this week or next week?
It's next week.
Next
The Pennsylvania Bowl at
You
the
got
link.
to deal with us, and
That's gonna be a
and
rough
for
one.
us too. I don't know how I'm looking forward to this game.
Let's enjoy what we can until that week comes, because who you guys facing this week?
I don't know who we got this week.
We'll get into that later.
We got a bunny. I think we got a bunny this week.
Carolina, I think.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
our
yeah.
bunny.
Careful.
They've been playing a little bit better.
They've been playing teams hard. They took it to the Chiefs.
Well, I'm gonna say we should win that.
Absolutely.
All jokes aside.
Everyone should beat the Panthers,
Yeah,
of course. That's
you should.
how it is. But like they're playing hard. Like Bryce Young's getting better, and this kind of alludes back to my thing on the Chiefs, because the Chiefs, over the last few games especially, had been barely squeaking by. Like they were going to lose that game against Oakland. They were going to lose that. And then Taylor Swift pulled out her black voodoo magic and whatever she did in the stands.
You blaming T Swizzle.
Bro, I'm telling you right now that you can quote this, man. Taylor Swift is a witch.
That was awesome. That was.
I didn't say that either because I don't want no curses on me, T. Please, if somehow she gets to see this podcast, I didn't say that.
Slide a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Get away from him. I'm gonna sing "It's a Cruel Summer." I'm gonna sing all your hits, baby. If I see you.
Oh, I'm not saying
I
she's not
didn't
talented
say
musician,
that.
but I think there's some black magic going on. Ever since she got involved in that thing, man.
Yo, what
That's
you got,
mine.
P?
I just
What?
saw it on the TV that Lawrence hit that he got clocked on.
Oh man,
He first game back and he just got knocked out. That guy, I guess he apologized.
That hit was unnecessary in
Yeah.
my eyes.
He's
I
sliding.
felt
You
like
know
he
he's gonna
was
slide.
sliding. Was he sliding?
Oh, he was sliding.
He was totally sliding. You're coming in 1,000,000 miles an hour at the guy.
you gotta pull up. You gotta pull up. And
And it's not even pulling up; it's the way he hit him. Like
Yeah,
you could have tried to avoid hitting him like
that's
that.
what I'm saying. He dropped down on him,
All right,
and that guy's got a history of this stuff too.
I want to dive into this real quick before we go to the power rankings from P. What is that? Is that adrenaline? Is that you're just moving so fast that you can't react?
I get it.
Or is it just a level of you just being a jerk?
I think that's what that is.
What is the percentage?
I think with him, because I was like, obviously this is all over the freaking media right now with that guy, Aziz, whatever his name is, Al Shahir. Dude, he's got a history of these kind of stuff. Like he's got a history of hitting people late, out of bounds, punching dudes in the face, like all kinds of stuff. So sometimes with other players, like I remember there was years ago there was a crazy hit on when Bud Dupree still played for the Steelers.
Yeah.
He absolutely destroyed the Dolphins quarterback.
Okay.
But it was a bang bang play, and he's not a dirty player.
Some guys
I
are
don't-
just a-holes.
I
That's
don't
what
like
it
throwing the
is.
dirty player thing around because I know
Like
that
in Ndamukong Suh. He was just
but
a
Ndamukong Suh
dirty-
is a dirty player. Just stepping on dudes' ankles.
Oh no! Step on Andre Garad's head.
Yeah.
So back to my
Bill
argument.
Romanowski breaking fingers.
Are you siding on 9 times out of 10 these are just dirty plays, or 9 times out of 10 they're out of control? What's the variance? That's my argument. Do you think this? Because sometimes is it circumstantial?
Sometimes it's circumstantial.
It's a super fast sport.
This is a bang bang super
This
fast
is a
sport.
super fast sport, so you can't react. Are you coming? Because I know if I'm running as fast as I can at an object, and at a moment's notice I have to make a decision to go left, go right, or just run into the dude. I don't know.
It's Lawrence, so you know he's gonna. You can see him. He's gonna slide. That's the thing. That's the difference.
That's the thing right there. Especially if you going after a quarterback, you know the quarterback's gonna slide. He does slide, and you still come down.
You're
on him.
coming in.
And the kind of not funny, but the funny part about it was after right after the play happened, like he came up all like this, like Trevor Lawrence isn't lying down dead next to you.
Yeah, I think he did try to apologize or something.
Yeah,
right?
but
Didn't he?
You got to do that so you don't get fined as much, maybe.
Well, I
that's
do think
more-
did you say he getting fined?
He's getting suspended 3 games.
He's suspended 3
And-
games
and,
for that?
and fined.
He is?
Oh yeah. The funny thing
so
about
the
that.
3 games thing, this guy has a history then.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they would just whack you off rip with that.
No, I'm telling you, you can look that dude's name up. You'll
And then
see
you see
You'll
the
see
stuff that he's done.
he's a repeat offender. We'll say that way. He's a repeat offender.
So he's getting one. So that is a level of him just being a jerk, trying to kill the dude. You want to jump into P's power rankings?
He's power rankings.
What do you got for us, Daddy?
Yeah.
Let
This
me-
is new for you because we weren't doing this when
You know
last
what
time
this
you were
is?
on.
I'm gonna tell you what this is. You can agree, you can dispute, or you can just be like, I don't know. He's gonna give his top 10 teams in the NFL. We on the NFL P's Power Rankings. Go ahead. Number 10. Oh wait, you do honorable mention
Honorable
first.
mentions this week.
Go ahead.
Denver Broncos.
Honorable mention you're giving them?
And yeah, you got. We'll go to the list, but yeah, honorable Broncos and the Texans. Honorable mentions. They're on the cusp.
Ooh. Okay, so they're not breaking in yet.
No.
All right, go ahead. Do your dance.
Number 10, the Washington Commanders.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
But they came back this week in a big way.
And I can't.
It would have been off the
disagree with
list
you.
if they didn't.
They're borderline honorable mention for me, but go ahead.
If they didn't beat the brakes off them like they did this week, then they probably would have off the list. Number 9,
Go ahead.
the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow, I don't know if I could rock with you on that.
Yeah, 8-5. 8-5.
I don't know if I can rock with you on that.
I think that's an honorable mention team, but
You think they're,
Well,
you
of
think
course.
they're honorable
There's
mention?
a little bias
We
in
know
that.
what that is.
There's a
for
little
this
bias.
guy.
there's a little bias.
Black
in
and
mine.
yellow, black and yellow. But go ahead. I might have to change that. Go ahead.
All right, you just tell me who you're
You
going to
have
put
them
them
where?
over.
The 8 or 9?
They're 9.
9.
Nine.
They're
Yeah,
8-5.
That's realistic.
I can't rock with you.
Number 8, San Diego Chargers. Oh, Los Angeles Chargers.
See now,
California Chargers at 8-4.
So see, I'd flip the two. Ravens and Chargers.
I just think the Chargers have been playing more consistent football. I'm not. This is not a talent thing with the Ravens. Their talent is there. They just don't always show up for the game.
They don't execute well.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
All right. I'm still with the Ravens. I'm waiting because I feel like they're still there. I feel like they are. I would swap them with the Chargers, but I think I'm gonna swap them even more. But go ahead.
think so?
You think they're higher?
Yes, even higher than that. But
All
go
right,
ahead.
so the Packers, number 7, 9-3.
I feel like the Ravens are a better team than the Packers.
But that's not what the record says.
I'm not talking about record. I think in a head up, the Ravens would beat the Chargers, and the Ravens did beat the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken,
they did.
and they will beat Green Bay. So I would put.
If the right Ravens team shows
That's
up,
one-
I
that's
can't do that. I can't. No.
That's the
There-
one thing.
it's
though.
consistency.
Okay,
Ravens.
so-
The Ravens are a Jekyll and Hyde team.
No, but here's the argument already. They are the right Ravens team did beat that Chargers team out. Am I correct?
Yes, they did. The Chargers
So,
did. Yeah.
so at bare minimum, they should be ahead of them.
when did they beat them? I'm trying to remember.
They should be ahead of them.
last
It was
week,
like
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Like, yeah,
So
last
at
week.
bare minimum, they should be ahead of the Chargers. Now, if you want to argue with me about Green Bay, I'm not. Green Bay, what? I'm not.
They're 9-3.
They're 9-3. They're playing in the toughest
Toughest
division in
division,
football.
Thank you.
And that's going.
It's not- that's not disputable.
That used to be
Okay.
my division, but not
to
anymore.
me, the second toughest is yours.
True.
Yeah, but
True.
it's
I think Baltimore would beat Green Bay. That's just my opinion.
definitely
And
can.
I'll put Baltimore where you have Green Bay is, and you guys can battle it out with the Chargers and Green Bay where they can go. That's just my opinion.
I put Green Bay over the Chargers.
But go ahead.
all right. Number 6, the Minnesota Vikings, 10-2.
My biggest fraud alert team, Minnesota Vikings.
They are, and I
They're-
want to say, and they started
I'll rock
dropping
with them when you
but
have them.
They're still winning.
They're
Yeah.
still winning. They're still winning.
I'll rock with you.
I-
And how they won this weekend
Yeah.
against
that
the
was,
Cardinals.
That was gutsy.
That was dope. So I can't dispute you there.
But I think we all know that it's gonna happen. Sam Donald's gonna turn into a pumpkin. It's gonna happen. It's
Why-
gonna happen.
people keep throwing the
I lo-
pumpkin
I lo-
word
I
around
lo-
with that guy.
I love the guy, but I think he's due. Like
He's overdue.
he's overdue. He's
And
gonna have
they're
one.
winning, and they're not getting the ball to Justin Jefferson in the end zone.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's like 7 or 8 weeks since he's had a touchdown.
So that's the other thing. Imagine if he starts heating up.
true.
If
That's
he,
was out
if
at
he
the
starts
beginning of the
blessing
season,
him,
yeah.
if he starts blessing him, and the whole wow. But go ahead.
All right, number
I
5.
rock with that.
Number 5, black and yellow, black and yellow.
yeah.
As it's Pittsburgh Steelers,
Top 5
9-3.
team.
I don't know if I could rock with you at them at 5. I don't know if I can rock with you at them at 5.
All right, well, you hear the other teams, you're going to tell me who you're going to put them over.
Go ahead. Let me.
Are you all right with the 5 for them?
I'm alright with 5.
All
I'm
right.
okay with that because I know who's. Even though I know there's one team in the top 4 that I think shouldn't be there either.
Go
but
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Number 4, and Al's not going to like this. Kansas City Chiefs at 11-1.
I don't know if I can rock with you on that. I don't know if I could rock. Now I'm stuck with the Steelers and the Chiefs, depending on where we go from here on out. Something's going on here. I don't know what your theme is, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it.
Why?
Because the Chiefs, because you guys are arguing the same argument that you use for Green Bay. You don't use it for the Chiefs.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Green Bay's beating teams outright.
No,
Green
but
Bay
you
smacked
guys
them
are
teams.
like, you guys, but their record says this. Did you not say that to me? Both of you guys said that to me when I tried to argue Baltimore over them. Why wouldn't you use that same formula? But their record says they have how many losses in the NFL this year? One.
Because when Baltimore beats
One.
a team, they beat a team. When they don't, they're
Nah,
not
don't
there.
Don't do that. Don't
Every
do that.
week, the Chiefs are barely doing
At
it.
the end of the day, a W's a W.
They
West
needed the
Side
refs
Connect.
to bail them out
Nah,
one
don't
more
do that.
time.
Don't do that. A dub's a dub. Here's what I'm gonna say.
That's one thing. That's the
If
NFL.
years go by, you're not looking back and saying, well, that was the game that they did this or that. You're just looking at how many wins they had and how many losses.
This ain't 2028. This is 2024. We're looking at it right now.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
As the years go by.
All right, Rock. Go ahead, Rock.
All right,
You
then
did.
number 3, Philadelphia Eagles, 10-2.
Here's what I would do. Keep in mind, you're talking to an Eagles guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would put the Chiefs ahead of my own squad.
But you're
just
playing
on
so
merit.
much better than them.
You have so much more talent on that team than the Chiefs do. So much more. And on both sides of the ball.
Not in the quarterback position, but
Not the quarterback position.
But the way Mahomes is playing this year,
Yeah, Mahomes isn't at his best this year. And like I said, the Eagles between your receivers, your running back, who's all world.
All right, go ahead.
Your
go
defense
ahead.
is top notch right now. In the
Go
league.
ahead, P. Go ahead, P.
all right. Number 2, we got the Buffalo Bills,
The Buffalo Bills.
10-2. After that smackdown of San Fran the other night,
I rock
in
with you.
their element.
I'll rock with you on that. 10-2 Bills. 10-2 Bills.
All right, you all right? And then new number 1, the Dallas Cowboys, after 2 wins in a
The joke's on you, Jack. Another album.
row. No, once again, the Detroit Lions, 11-1,
Yes. Detroit is number 1.
doing what they got to do.
I'll rock with you on that.
Right.
I'm finally rocking
Yeah.
with you with Detroit.
The scariest team in football.
I'm giving you that. But I'm going to say this, and this might be the Philly in me. I'll take our chances against them for a strange reason.
Nah, I do too because here's the thing.
I like a healthy
There-
Philly squad against Detroit.
Yeah, but
Depending on where that game's played, too.
Keyword healthy because you guys are way healthier than they are right
Yeah,
now.
if we
Their-
can
their
stay
injuries
healthy.
are mounting.
If we can stay healthy, if push comes to shove, I think Philly can get them. I think they can get them.
And I just want to go back 1 second to one thing.
Go ahead.
Back to the Chiefs Steelers thing. We're gonna find out later how those teams stack up because they're gonna face on Christmas. Christmas
Yeah.
is freaking at 3 or was that? That's a 3 o'clock game on Christmas
Yes.
Day, Wednesday. But I'll tell you right now, looking at the Chiefs' schedule and the way they've been playing, I can see the Chiefs. They could
Lose out?
I don't think lose out. They won't lose out, but they could lose 3 of these remaining 5 games they have.
Okay.
Easily. You got the Chargers. You got the Browns, the Browns have proved themselves to be giant killers this year. They come up against big teams.
Yeah.
Then you got the Texans. That's anybody's game.
Boom.
And you got us on Christmas.
Yes.
And you at Denver. I like Denver in that one.
So you're saying they could lose the Denver game, they can lose the Pittsburgh game,
They could lose the Texans game. I
and
don't
they can
think they
lose the
will.
Texans game.
But I think
They can lose every
they,
game.
they
You might
could.
be onto
There's every team on their docket has a chance to beat them because they're not the Chiefs
Why?
of old.
Exactly, because they don't look like they're playing well.
Wow. What you got, baby? What is it? What is it? What is it? Let me see what we got going on here.
Is that a center
What are those? What are those? What are they, baby? Cinnamon rolls? What is that? What is going on here? Is this what they serve?
Yes, they hear.
At our spot? Ooh! Y'all don't know what it is, baby. Our spot. We got, yo. Let me see what's going on here.
Yo, Coop got the head honcho version, man. This thing's looking like a little more glizzed.
Yo,
Nice and warm.
if you don't know, what are they called? Cinnabons? Cinnamon rolls at our spot, a dessert delight. Come. Let me see if I'm on my bike, baby.
That's good.
You gotta come through here, man. If you don't know, now you know. You gotta come through here. The dessert is smack daddy. Ooh-wee. I gotta get with the pastry chef. I gotta see what she's doing here. But you wanna do a couple picks? And roll up out of here?
Yeah.
Who you got, baby? We did the power rankings. I'm agreeing. Let me think about the Pittsburgh thing a little bit longer.
I'm just looking.
Maybe
over.
I'll circle the block.
While we were doing that, I just went back. I'm looking. The Chiefs beat the Bucks by 6. They beat the Broncos
Here
by
we go.
2.
This is what he does.
They beat the Panthers
this
by
is
3.
what this guy
Ditch-
does. A dub's a dub.
It's ridiculous.
A dub's a
They're
dub.
all.
A dub's a dub. Let me have some of my. Let me have.
The quote out.
When I see those games, you know that scene back in Breaking Bad when Jesse Pinkman has that breaking moment. He's like, you can't keep getting away with it. That's how I feel about the Chiefs
Did you see the?
But they are. That's the point. They are.
Did you see the thing they're saying about that last play that one of the refs was calling a false start and it shouldn't? Now I've been looking. I can't see the picture. I always get is too small. I got to pull
Yeah.
up on my television, but I can't see the guy doing it. But everybody's saying that they were calling a false start and then they did the.
I have been seeing the memes and everything.
He did.
With the
The ref runs out. Now, obviously, that's not the final say. But
yeah.
the initial call was false start.
That means a dead play.
And they
It's a
went.
dead
They went
play.
and did a little deliberation. And all of a sudden, it goes to because a false start. That's not a acceptable penalty. That's automatic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Is that a
it-
free
that
play
mean-
though when false
No,
start?
that means
that's not a free
that's
play.
dead.
That's a
It's a
dead
dead
play.
play.
So that
Dead play.
That
Okay.
fumble should never happen. Kansas City should never got that ball back because it
And
was a
right-
false start.
Here's what I'll say. It is starting to look a little fishy to me. Like I'm not one of these guys, but this is starting to be repetitive with this team. Before I kept arguing the opposite side, but I'm one of these dudes. If it keeps happening, now I have to be like, wait, hold up now.
Well, now everyone's watching their games on the microscope even more
That's,
so
that's
now.
what's
than
going
they
on
used to.
now. Now I'm like, is this some Taylor Swift thing going on? Is this some kind of little hocus pocus? I hope this isn't some
Swiftie.
WWE stuff going on because I'll be heated. The sport that I love since I was a little peewee. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me that there's some puppeteer stuff going on, please.
I'm in the same boat.
Please don't tell me this. But anyway,
All right, we got
With that being
games coming
said-
up this week.
Oh yeah.
Starts off great. Thursday night football. Packers Lions.
ooh, where they at?
Detroit.
That Detroit.
Detroit. I got Detroit.
I gotta go Lions there.
I got Detroit.
I'm gonna go Packers.
Ooh,
Why?
An upset, shocker.
Why not?
That's your number one squad.
Yeah, and they're due for another loss.
And
I
you're
think they're
saying
different
Green
loss.
Bay's gonna get them in
In
Ford
division?
Field?
Yeah, in division. Yeah.
No, I'm saying
In the-
inside. You know they play on turf. Green Bay plays on grass,
Yeah.
and you think they're gonna go and get them?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, I can't rock with you on that, but we'll see. That's
think they miss me
Thursday
again.
night. Okay.
I don't think it's a crazy thing to say that.
Absolutely not. I think if anyone has a chance, it's definitely gonna be any team in
In that
The
division.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of shit games this week. Yeah. Jaguars, Titans, Raiders, Buccaneers, Falcons, Vikings.
Let's try to find one with at least one good team in the matchup.
Well, Browns, Steelers is a nice
That's always
That's a nice-
that's a nice revenge game.
Yeah. And
division
And
game.
I don't think it's going to be a trap game for us because I think the loss is still so fresh that they're not going to be looking ahead to you guys, to Philly.
Where's that game at?
It's in Pittsburgh.
What time? Early.
1
Late?
o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Jameis looks crazy. He looks crazy.
Oh, I just seen Ocho Cinco crying on TV.
If
Yeah,
he drops 4 tutties on you,
Oof. Well,
they're winning that game.
Russ can do
but
it too.
Russ did
Russ
too.
can do it too.
But Jameis looks something like out of a video game right now. Even though you gotta argue the picks.
But he's also going to throw you maybe a
He's
pick
gonna throw you a
six or
couple
two.
picks.
So,
Oh, 3 picks the other night, last night.
3
I'm
picks.
gonna give it to the Steelers. I'm gonna give it to your boys.
I think
should get him.
we get him back in a revenge game. They
All right,
come-
they
they
should get
come
them.
over.
You lost to them already.
Yeah, that was that first crazy snow game.
Yeah,
we
that
had
was that
this
game.
season.
All right.
Um,
Who else?
let's do Panthers, Eagles. Everybody, Eagles.
Eagles, fly Eagles, fly.
Eagles.
Um,
I just want to be healthy coming out of that
Saints,
game.
Giants, Giants, Jets, Dolphins. No, Seahawks, Cardinals. This is not Bills, Rams.
Ooh, Bills.
That's a good
That's,
Rams.
that's
one.
interesting.
Bill Rams. You don't think Seahawks Cardinals? You wouldn't touch that?
But what's it? Yeah, but what's it really?
Seahawks.
It's for that division.
for
but
that division, and
garbage.
Cardinals give them problems.
It means a lot
I-
for that
I-
division, but
I'll
in
I'll
the
take
NFL,
the Cardinals there. I
neither-
think the Cardinals.
would?
I think the Cardinals will come out and actually.
Yo,
pull some
Seahawks are
crazy
balling
stuff.
out, though.
Seahawks are balling out, but they had some lucky breaks against the Jets too.
Yeah, they did. All right,
I'd go Seahawks.
but go ahead, P. It's your show.
No, I'm just saying it's.
I know the
mean,
games that you want to pick. Yeah.
No, but neither of those teams are in. Even though they're fighting for the division, they're not in the top 10. It's not
Yeah.
even a marquee.
Yeah.
Bills Rams is the next good game.
I got Bills.
Possibly a good game. That's at Rams, so weather's not going to be a factor.
I feel like the Rams are beat up though. No?
They're getting healthier.
They can't constantly. Well, Cooper.
They always have. They're missing something
Puka
all the time.
Nakua, yeah, is
Puka
always
Nakua.
out. or
They're
Cup's
always
out.
missing something.
Yeah.
They're just not. They're just always missing something.
They should have a better squad. With that offense, they should have a better squad.
Yeah.
They should. Between
Kyron Williams
Kyron
and-
Williams, Puka, Cooper. Like, there's a lot of good pieces on that team.
Let's go with Chargers and Chiefs. That's Sunday night
football.
That's a big boy game.
I got Chargers.
Me too. What the?
Whoa.
What?
Is it a triple threat? I picked the Chargers too.
I got Chargers.
because
I
I
got
think
Chargers.
the Chiefs are due one.
Because I do think that they do one, but like I keep saying, until it happens, if we're talking about rankings, that's a different argument. But if you're talking about them potentially losing one game and to a division foe, I can see them losing this game. I can.
The weather could be a factor.
Where they at?
They're at the Chiefs.
They're at the Chiefs.
That
so-
Arrowhead.
Oh yeah. So that's tough. That's tough.
I feel like it's snowing everywhere. Am
Yeah.
I wrong for
No,
that?
it's-
starting
yeah.
to.
We're
It's,
getting
Well, it
snow
was
you're
snowing.
starting
It
it-
was snowing
But
everywhere.
I'm saying you're starting to see it. This is what it is. You're starting to see the snow, and that it definitely played a factor in that Buffalo game.
Yep.
It was a huge factor, huge. Yeah. But what else, P?
We got the great Monday night game, Bengals Cowboys.
Oh, that had so much potential.
It did.
It did.
I just wonder how many points the Bengals are going to score.
But what are the
mean,
Bengals
well,
playing for
well,
now?
Nothing. Did you?
for Joe Burrow.
I think
Yeah.
they're out of it too, right?
Yeah, no,
last
they're
week,
out of it,
last
yeah.
week
They-
was their.
Yeah.
Now
They-
they're basically playing.
I mean, they have a shot to go 9-8 if they win out.
But they have to, and that's the thing.
They have to
If
run
they
the
went
table.
out, and then they probably would still have to figure if somebody else
Somebody else has to
and
lose,
stuff
like
of
that-
that nature.
Why are we talking about their chances? What about the Cowboys' playoff chances?
I mean, at 5-7, your chances are actually better.
Actually, I'm
Are
worried.
they?
I'm worried because they got Carolina the week after too, and I'm like, I don't want to keep winning.
If you guys keep winning, it's gonna be like what? Where you guys gonna be in the
Like
20s,
we were talking before
drafting
it
the-
started.
Yeah.
I understand a team like the Patriots. You got Drake May. You want to build around him. You don't want to lose. You want to build that winning culture.
Yeah.
But
You want to give him pieces.
right. But and you got a new coaching staff. The Cowboys, McCarthy's probably gone. You know what I mean? It's not going to help the team. You got to have to start
Wait.
fresh.
Okay. I want to jump on this. You're gonna keep the Zimmerman cat? Zimmer?
Zimmer, yeah. Well, that's not up to me. That's up to
I'm asking you.
it's up to Jerry because if he's signed to a contract,
But you were under the impression that they're gonna keep him.
yeah, because it's just 1 year. It's his first year. Unless whoever they bring in as the coach adamantly does not want him.
You don't think your defense was suspect under this guy?
No, not at all.
No.
Not,
You're riding with the injury thing.
I don't have anything. Yeah, all right. You lose your two best pass rushers in DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah, right? You got Diggs
For a
coming
while.
back off an ACL injury. Bland hasn't been there all year until this week, last couple of weeks. Those are your two best corners.
Didn't
Your-
they get
your-
cooked
your
up though
rookie-
when they were all there? Who cooked them up? Was it the Saints?
The Browns.
Somebody cooked them up.
Oh, I think it was the Browns.
That's the other thing. You're installing a new defense at the beginning of the year, so this is a whole new system. That you notice they have been playing a little bit better the last couple of weeks. I can't write the guy off with all the injuries. Kalen Carson was their rookie draft pick at corner. He was out for a while. Lewis, another corner, one of the top three corners, was out for a little while. They've had injuries on the line. I can't blame the guy for the way the defense is
So
played.
you're not cleaning house. You're just not gonna have McCarthy come back.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
I would personally like to get the guy from Detroit, the offensive coordinator, bring him in as a head coach, keep Zimmer as defensive coordinator, and roll like that. Get him to get the offense going.
All right.
I think that could work.
All right.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about dudes McCarthy's not potentially getting clipped. I know this is probably street news. It definitely is street news. Do you want to talk about the Eberflus thing? What happened there?
I mean, him,
And then we'll end it out. I just wanna-
him glitching on the sideline and just not like freezing, not doing anything. when he
32
had
seconds.
Just to give our
32
take on that.
seconds, dude. Like, there's no excuse for that.
Do you agree with the firing?
Yeah, he was on our list when we talked that day.
I'm saying, because Chicago has never done this.
Yeah, I know.
From what I'm hearing.
I think they had to at that point. They had to.
But here's my
That's
Those two
egregious.
Yeah, that's the same word. We just got the
That's
same word.
egregious, dude.
But here's my flip thing with this.
Okay.
You put him in that driver's seat. And
And he crashed the car.
I'm not disputing that, but they kind of, to me, and I could be where they kind of semi-sabotage this guy. I feel that way.
Why? By getting all that talent on the team?
I feel.
By surrounding a young, talented quarterback with 3 caliber receivers and a shut down defense.
I feel like they kind of sabotage the guy, man. That's just my
They're
opinion.
looking, going, what he did with Justin Fields, and they don't want to start again with another quarterback and take
Yeah.
it down and wait a couple more years and take it
All
down
right.
that road.
Okay.
And what he did, and he's had a few of these things
because it's not
through
like
the
this
season.
It's not his first season either. This guy's been the coach what
third?
the third
He
season.
had a few of these incidents this year at the end of games.
Yeah.
Okay. So why not wait to the end of the year like they always did? What prompted this time? Was it this game?
Yeah.
This game
Oh,
is
it was
what did it.
embarrassing.
I think it was that because
So
they had a legit chance
So
to
you're
go
literally
upset the Lions.
So you're literally saying the last 30-something seconds cost him his job.
No, everything else, he was on the edge of the knife.
No, but that's
He
what I'm
just-
saying.
He was
I'm
already
saying.
There were already whispers. He was on the hot seat way
Yes,
before this.
we're rocking with that.
You know, like just
So-
from the whole crazy Hail Mary thing to that's you not having your guys prepared as a coach.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then this was just I think this was one of those straws that
And
broke.
I think McCarthy sucks in a lot of late game situations and clock management.
But he wouldn't have did that.
But that was
He wouldn't have
that
did
was
that.
even worse than McCarthy.
Believe me, I know something about that kind of crap too, Mike Tomlin. We all know Tomlin's got his
Yeah.
bad game management tendencies. I've never seen anything as egregiously bad as that, man.
Wow.
That had me angry. I'm not even a Bears fan. That had me angry watching the game.
All right. What else you got, P?
That's it.
Episode 63. Yo, Oss, thanks for coming through, man. If I don't see you, I probably won't. Have a Merry Christmas, man. Tell the fam I said what up.
You too, Coop. You too,
And
P.
or send them the
too.
link and tell them they can hear me right now saying what up. Everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll probably do one more episode, but I'm telling you because I probably won't see you. P!
Yo,
Take us out, baby.
please like, share, subscribe, comment
What he said.
what I said.
Peace.